My name's Kemi Folarin and I'm the CEO of a charity called Young People Matter. I'm also the author of a book called The Best Help Book, which stands for Holistic Examples of Learned Practice. So I started YPM because I wanted to make a difference within the community that I was living in, to help young people to be able to reach their full potential. And around the time we started in 2007, there was a lot of young people dying. And I didn't want it to become something that was normal, that you just open up the newspaper and you see another young person and we just think this is what it's going to be. So I wanted to be able to create activities for young people that could help them to come off the roads and be engaged in something positive. So initially I wanted to become a teacher. When I went to university, I started working at a youth club and I kind of went down that path instead of teaching, but then ended up still becoming a qualified teacher for post-16. But I really just wanted to make a difference in the life of young people, to be able to give them opportunities that they may have not had and to help them be on a positive path. As we started to build and develop, because originally it was just a summer holiday program for young people in the estate, but as we decided to move to say, okay, let's make this into an organisation, the challenges were securing funding, and I think that is a big obstacle for many organisations, is the funding. But then again, it's how you look at it, because you can say, okay, there's no funding, but it doesn't cost money for me to spend my time to talk to a young person. That is free, and that can still make a huge amount of difference. Personally affected me the most was a young boy, and he got stabbed, and instead of calling his mum, he called me. And when the police called me, he's called me before when he's got arrested, and I'll go and get him out. And this time I was like, no, I'm not going nowhere, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, let him stay in the cell. And I was like, no, he's been stabbed. And I was like, oh. So I went to the hospital and I was there for like the whole day, and they were going to move him out of the area. And the next day I was going on holiday. And it was that thing when he just said, don't leave me, that touched me. It just allowed me to know that the work that we do, we make a difference. And not because he didn't call his mum and he called me, but that you can build those relationships with these young people where they see you as their brother, their sister, or their mum or their dad, however they visualise you or the relationship that they have with you, and being able to be that person that today, even though he's moved to another country back to where he came from, we still have contact. And that's because of relationship. Those things for me is lovely to see, and even watching other staff with young people and how they work with them. It's like a father and son relationship, but it's a young person and the male staff, or a female staff and a young girl, and you can just see how they look up to them and they're kind of looking for their guidance. So my drive is seeing the difference that you can make just by helping a young person. And I know I'm not going to help every young person in this world, but if you help one, that one goes on to help somebody else, and it becomes a chain. So seeing a difference in our community, and one day being able to open up a newspaper and you don't see that a young person's been killed, but that a young person has done something amazing, is something that I can't wait to see. Understanding about the importance of development for yourself, personal development, because I think as you go along the way, you're learning all the time. You're learning new things that you may have not known, so you have to be someone who's willing to learn as you go along. I think someone who has a passion for what they're doing, because that has to keep you going in the high times and in the low times. Also someone who is a people person, in a sense, not to please people, but learning to understand people, because I think it's a job in itself managing people, because we're all so different, and being able to inspire a group of people to be able to lead them to do and follow the vision is a job in itself. So having those tools and tips to be able to inspire your team to follow your vision and to input their skills and their knowledge as you go along driving this vehicle to wherever you're going. So I guess you need to be able to work with people, you need to be able to develop yourself personally, and you need to have vision and foresight. What made me decide to write the Best Help book was I wanted to put together principles and tools for helping young people. So I read a lot of self-help books, and all of them kind of have the same message, but they're tools and principles to help us as individuals to grow. So I believe that there must be tools and principles that we can use that will help young people, and also that people can share their voices. So I've interviewed youth workers, MPs, teachers, parents. They can share their voices to other people, things that they've done that's worked, or the struggles that they've gone through, and other people can read that in one place. Where do I see myself in 10 years? Always having a foot with helping young people, because that is my passion. I'll do it for free. I love it. I enjoy seeing people grow and develop. But where do I see myself? What I'll be doing is being an inspirational speaker. So traveling the world and inspiring children and adults to reach their full potential and to find that potential within them. So it would take a different form of youth work in that sense, but it'd be inspiring young people and release what's within them. So that's where I see myself in 10 years.